Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Dub Dad here. Tell you guys about YCS Anaheim. I know it's kind of late, been super busy with work and whatnot. And that's pretty much how Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been. Just super busy. But I took time out to make the trip to Anaheim from lovely Phoenix here. About a 5-hour drive. Went up there with the missus. We arrived Thanksgiving afternoon. Supposed to hook up with Asian Persuasion and company, but they were partaking of the other things in California. They were too messed up to hang out. So we went to go see a movie. There was quite a few people at the hotel. We stayed at the Ramada. It was about a couple blocks from the event, from the venue. And there were players there, and I tried in vain to get cards I needed. Tried in vain to play test, because mind you, on a whim, we decided that we were going to go to Anaheim and was going to play. And I'd really been enjoying Synchrons. You guys know I love Quick Draw from back in the day, and I just want to play a deck with Quick Draw in it. And yeah, so I started play testing the deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Dev Pro, whatever, and had a pretty good success. But the problem was I mischaracterized people disconnecting because I was going through combos with how good the deck was. And I'm not saying the deck wasn't good, it's just that I didn't have the chance to play out every scenario. It's like a lot of times the opponent would go first, and then you know how Quasar decks are, they just break your board and and OTK you. And I was playing a lot of singles matches because Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro's too terribly bugged to play matches, so I was just playing singles. And then I would go second a lot just to see what the deck could do, because usually when I go first, I mean, they would always disconnect. And so I thought, okay, well, I got a handle on this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't changed much, but that was because I wasn't playing the most optimal builds. That's what I miss about DN. I wasn't playing the most optimal builds of the most current decks. And sure, I played against ABC and Dark Lords and PK Fire and what else with Mermails and just everything. I played against everything, but suboptimal builds with suboptimal players. And so I got this false sense of hope. So enter Friday. Still didn't meet up with Asian Persuasion. We were supposed to go down to Huntington Beach, and I'm still mad at you for that, Johnny. Supposed to go down to the beach. We didn't go down to the beach, so we had to go see another movie and had a lot of time. Had a good fun. Show up to the venue at 3 to register the deck list. And so while I'm waiting, we decided I was going to register, but I was like, no, I don't have all the cards I need. I've been out of the game, so I didn't have my Tatsunoko, I didn't have my Jet Warrior, I didn't have Stardust Charge, Coral, Excel Synchron, Side Frame Lord Omega, Clearwing, Synchro Dragon. I didn't have any of these cards, all these new ass cards. I was like, oh my god, these cards are amazeballs. I need to get them. And so I had built an alternative build. Some really bad choices. I was using Junk Warrior instead of Jet Warrior. I was using Goyo and some other cards instead of Coral Dragon, Stardust Charge, and I was using like Scrap Dragon and Stardust Spark. And yeah, so and plus my extra deck was like 25 cards, because I was trying to narrow down. I couldn't decide if I wanted to run 3 formula. I wasn't sure if I wanted to run Herald of Arclight, because it was really good against Dark Lords and Burning Abyss, having that Arclight, and other decks that mill, like the Minerva Sworn and whatnot. But against other decks, it just get ran over main phase 2, they blow you out. So I was just really debating, and so I was just play testing with the deck. A couple people while I was waiting around for Johnny and company to show up. And I got a lot of really good ideas. I got some of the cards I needed. and I had cut quite a few cards out of my extra deck. Finally settled on my side deck, and so I took out my deck. I was waiting, stood in line. If you guys were there, you know how long that line was. So I'm standing in line, I'm talking, people coming up to me and stuff, and I'm writing down my deck list. And I'm just, you know, picking up the cards off of my, I'm talking and distracted. I'm just picking up cards, writing. And then when I get to 15, I stop on my extra deck. And Johnny finally shows up, and Pete Navarro, my boy Pete. You guys should check out his shop down at Frank's. Robert Zepeda, and you know, anybody else I miss, I'm sorry. But yeah, just all the cool kids. And we're just talking and chit-chatting. And I turn my deck list in, and I'm talking, and he was like, hey, so what are you gonna run? What are you building? I just take out my deck, and you know, I got like 20 cards in my extra deck. I said, dude, I'm like, oh yeah, I cut this down. I'm like, oh no. And I couldn't remember. And I realized that Quasar wasn't in my deck box. It was in my binder, and I didn't write Quasar deck, and I didn't put Quasar on my deck list. So that sucked. And like a lot of the cards in my extra deck I couldn't use. No Psy-Frame Lord, no Psy-Frame Lord Omega, no Herald of Arclight. So it was just really bad. So I was like, you know, who cares? I'm just gonna have fun. You know, I'll probably, you know, win the first 3 rounds and probably just go 3-3 drop. So round 1, I lose the die roll to Monarchs. Yeah. Domain Monarchs. I'm like, what are the fucking chances? So game 1, he opens he 1-for-1s for the 1-for-1s, does the double something, drops Thessalos, or the big Mega Thessalos, and then summons Vanny's Fiend. So he has Vanny's Fiend's Thessalos, so I insta scoop because I don't main deck and out to that board. Game 2, I was trying to decide what kind of board to end with, and I got a slow play warning because, you know, the deck, you know the turns are like 5-6 minutes, and so I ended with a, you know, subpar board, and he broke it with he broke my board with Stormforth. He broke my board with Stormforth, the dark one, can't remember whatever his name is, Stormforth, whatever. Chose to take a card out of my hand, run over my guy, my other guy, and so I was just like, wow, okay. So I draw for my turn, and I couldn't do anything because he had Domain up, and I couldn't make any more synchros. So yeah, I lost that one. Round 2, I lose the die roll again. Guy goes pot of the card that you banish 10, draw 2, whatever that is. Pot of stupidness. Summon Fossil Dino set 4. I'm looking at my hand like, yep, game 2. I go first. He goes Dark Hole. Summon the Blue Eyes alternative. Summon Fossil Dino. Attack set 2. I'm like, wow, okay. Look at my hand. Yep, lose that one. And then round 3, I play against barriers. Like, yeah, this is reminiscence of old time. This is why I stopped playing the game, because of this kind of shit. So yeah, that was cool. So I decided to enter side events, some regional flights. First regional flight, I lose to the guy who's playing Gravekeepers. I'm like, wow. So I lose a die roll again, and he Gravekeepers. And so yeah, so then so I drop that. I pack my second Clearwing Synchro Dragon, sell it. Enter another one, end up I beat the guy because I got comboed out. Couldn't break my board. Round 2, play against Slim. You guys know Slim's Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel, Slim. So I win the die roll. I combo out, and he pretty much scoops because I have like Quasar, Clearwing Synchro Dragon, Herald of Arclight, I had Cyframe Lord Omega and Drill Warrior online. So I dominated him. Game 2, he opens kind of weak. And I'm comboing. I'm trying to loop his hand. I'm trying to work out a way where I can Trishula. Where I can Trishula, then Omega, level it Omega, make Clear Wing, and then use my Soul Charge to bring everything back and make another Omega and banish it. So that way I take 2 cards and then I can make a Trishula again on the next turn, because I use Omega to send back Trishula, and I was gonna do it again, but I got a slow play warning. Like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Yeah, my turn took like 7 minutes, and I was playing briskly, but it's just that the turn was taking so long, and Slim was like, you know, it's cool, but I was just like, nah. So I just ended my turn with Soul Charge still in my hand, and I was just like, Jesus. And so Slim broke my board. Game 3, I go first, and I brick. I think I opened like Double Level Eater, Armageddon Knight, and Soul Charge or something like that. I'm like, yeah, it's time to call it a day. So in my packs, I packed some more good stuff and I sold that. Sold a majority of my mats, sold a bunch of my collection, and just hung out with a bunch of guys, had a really good time. Met up with some people. There's a lot of people who said they were there and they didn't see me, and I'm really sorry. But I plan on going to a lot more events, at least regionals here in the Phoenix area. I do plan on trying to make more, if there's another LA event, YCS, trying to get to those. Maybe try to hit up an LA regional. I'm really interested in getting back into the game. You know, playing and seeing everybody again. Just really got the creative juices flowing, got the bug going again. And you know, I really like this Synchron deck. It can do a lot. I just need to work on my speed. I need to be mindful of people pushing me and pressuring me. I need to think several steps ahead, excuse me, on my plays, so that I can get the desired end boards that I'm looking for, and not be so worried about the guy saying, you know, I'm going to call the judge, you're taking too long. You know, even though I'm playing at a brisk pace, I'm not like stopping and thinking. It's just that anybody who's played Synchrons or Quasar decks know that, I mean, you guys know, if you max see Synchron deck, you will deck out because the deck literally special summons like 40 to 50 times. And you have to stage each summon because you have to make sure you have room. You have to make sure that, you know, you don't accidentally deck yourself out, because you don't want to have, you know, Librarian and then go into Coral and Stardust Charge with, you know, some odd decks, and then you still need to make your Formula Synchron, you know, to end with Quasar. You deck yourself out. You know, then you also have to be mindful of cards still in deck, synchros you haven't used, the rare case that they break your board, a backup plan, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of things to be mindful of. But yeah, again, I had an amazing time. So be looking forward to seeing me if you're interested at future events in the Southwest, West Coast area. We look forward to more deck ideas and deck lists. I'm gonna really try to get on Twitch. I'm getting some help. I'm getting some help trying to put together a little background for Twitch so I can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I'll be interested in getting some matches, test some decks. None of the new decks really excite me. I am not a fan of the pendulum mechanic at all. So I just don't know. None of this stuff really excites me. I don't. The Exceed mechanic is cool and all, but I sold almost all my rank 4s, and I don't plan on reinvesting in rank 4s. I like synchros. So if there's a new synchro deck out there that I'm unaware of that, you know, establishes soft locks and has the potential to OTK out of nowhere, leave a comment down there and I'll check it out. I checked out the Cardigans because someone told me that their synchro deck, but that deck is so clumsy. It can do a lot of cool shit, but the deck is super clumsy, and that I'm just, unless someone has like a really busted build where they can produce soft locks and they can break boards, then I'm just not interested. All right, thanks guys. WK Dad and I'm out.